Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we brave the weather, tackle that resale stash, and we attempt to bake a pumpkin roll. So grab a coffee, sit back, and come along with me in a day in the life vlog. If you're new here, I'm Rita Slanina. I am an actress and author, and welcome. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can catch every episode we upload. Okay, I am in another forced break situation. I need to go to the gym to do some weight workouts with husband, which is fine. I think I'm at a good stopping point. The backdrop and went through all the lighting. I know which I'm giving away to some girlfriends who are learning photography who will totally appreciate. It'll get a good new home that is where it'll get used. And I've got all the dolls stacked up, and before I really sit down and start getting through them, it's probably time to break. So, hitting the gym and then lunch. This really is the perfect day to tackle this project. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that this office has been completely overhauled. But before I could get to any of that, I had to deal with this disaster. It was a clutter collector. Anything and everything was there. It just became a dumping ground. And if you want to see how the office remodel went, take a look at the video that I've linked for you in the description box below. And also, you can check out the vlog playlist. First thing was first, because the objective today is to really get the eBay cleanout hustle game going on, I had to organize and stack all these dolls and items that I have been reselling in one place. Then there were some items I wanted to get rid of. There was a lot of additional lighting equipment, tripods, umbrella lights, things of that nature, light bulbs, all kinds of things that they were just excess. I wasn't even using them. So I sorted through some of that stuff, even old cameras that I wasn't using, and moved them along to some friends who have taken an interest in photography and studio lighting. Basically what I'm doing, and now they'll have a nice little home. Is the Stevolite and these two light boxes. I use these the most often. Don't even dig into anything else, so we're gonna work around what I'm currently using and see how I fare. Whoa. Since it looked like the rain was not letting up anytime soon, I thought I would just kind of pull myself together and take Bruno out for his walk. I know it was still dark out, but what are you gonna do? He needs his exercise too, am I right? How we doing, Bruno? How you doing? It is cold, I know. Come on, let's go. You got my glove for me? Okay, we can check the dog walk off the list, and now let's brew up some apple cider. I mean, it is chilly, it is cold. Nothing says, hey, like a nice, toasty, warm beverage to get myself snuggled back into that office and now tackle those dolls. So if you're curious how one would come to accumulate all these dolls, I inherited them when my grandmother passed away. So my duty was to put all of these on my resale shops, eBay, Poshmark, wherever, and see if I could find them new homes. They had been collecting here for quite a long time, a couple of years now, and it was just time to deal with it. So let me walk you through like how I list these, because I think this is kind of a cool process and more goes into it than you think, but it's also not as time consuming unless you have hundreds of dolls as I did. The process is pretty straightforward. You say you want to start a new listing, you fill in all the appropriate sections, you add the photos, and voila, it goes live. You choose whether you want to do an auction, you choose whether you want to just list it as is or best price, best offer, and that's it. So first I showed you the quick overview of how to do it on the app on my phone, and now I'm going to show you what happens before that. So I research as best as possible like value of each individual doll, hence why it has taken me years to get through these things. Sometimes they show up and it's a popular doll and it can be worth in upwards of whatever, good bones, right? Some good cabbage, or it's not worth nothing. And in that case, I will sort of take a picture of 3, 4, maybe a dozen of them and sell them as a lot, which would bring them around $10 each or something. It's a little bit of a time-consuming project, but I wouldn't say it's hard. Let me know in the comments below, do you have any quick tips when researching like items that you're going to put up for sale on your shops? And that's all there is to it. It seems as though the weather was not only not letting up, but just getting worse. So I decided we should bake together. When's the last time you tried to make a pumpkin roll? Are you pumpkin kidding me? You've never made one? You tried to make one? Well, let's do it. Come bake with me. Let's make a pumpkin roll. Sidebar, did you know pumpkins are healthy? Look at all the vitamins. This recipe I found in a Good Housekeeping or Women's Day magazine, I'm not sure which, but I will get the link for the recipe and insert it below, and if I can't do that, I'll just put the entire recipe in there too. So either way, you can try this recipe yourself. After you've got the wet ingredients baked up, piping hot, you're going to want to lay it on this flat towel. It's still warm, and we need it this way so that we can roll it up, allow this bread to cool, so that when we want to put the filling in, the bread already's been formed, molded, or shaped. I don't know about you, but I just really love making desserts like this. They just feel so elegant and like you just upped your game in the dessert department. I know when my husband comes home and he sees some fancy new dessert, like you just feel so fancy, and I know it's good when I turn around and the hubs has already gotten to it and it's like the plate's clean. So it just gives me all the good feels of domestic diva-ness, I guess. So now it has cooled in the towel and it was time to unroll it and add the cream cheese filling. This was really fun. I was really kind of worried that the pumpkin bread was going to break, but it didn't. It stayed molded into the shape it was, and even when I unrolled it, it was just fine. This cream cheese filling was so easy to make. Okay, time time to roll it back up. But this time I needed to separate the towel, because obviously we didn't want to eat the towel, from the bread as I rolled. I did have a sticking issue. I don't know if that was supposed to be that way, but that's what happened. It did wash out and actually came pretty clean after I washed that dish towel, but at the time I wasn't sure if that was going to happen. It was just so easy too, and I had such fun doing this. It felt like an arts and crafts project more than a baking project. Voila! We add a dusting of sugar, and then we get ready to serve. This came out so beautiful. It looks so picture perfect. The hubs loved it. It did not last very long, and I just cannot believe how yummy this thing was. I haven't had one of these in so long. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this inspires you to try that baking recipe you have yet to try. Just give it a go. What's the worst that can happen?